They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nice move to stay on his feet. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Give to the running back. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. LSU right back to the line. They'll go to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Spears. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First down here for the offense. They want to run it left here. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They ran it on first down, now on second. On the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Brings up third down.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
First and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading, bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players, and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
This feels like four-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Third down coming up.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
LSU 7. Clemson 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Third and goal from way back there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Range has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 13 over Virginia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Might as well give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The play action fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dances away from one. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Offense needs a couple of yards on 4th down. Remember, they can get the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Number 15.
Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, and especially when the offense coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use him early and often.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They go 83 yards on the drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
3.
Fielded in the end zone. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Clemson is quick to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's still running after the move. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the 1st down, you chew up a bunch more yards too. Nice execution by this offense.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
These guys aren't human beings. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll run the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the extra point was good. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Offense getting set for 1st down. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, and try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
After the misfire, it's second down. Defense showing blitz here. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it inside the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Coming out with it, it's Spears. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The snaps, the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Clemson, 18.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll fire. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. It's a fumble. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got room on the return. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Quick pass on the fly motion. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. 4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over.
Quarterback.
And he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
LSU.
The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Illinois is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up by 31 over Virginia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback checking off. Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Spears. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Quickly complete. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 28, Clemson 18.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes his connection. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? He's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Now on the option. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Spears. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what. this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Going to the running game. Still running at the 40. And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Easy. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Clemson! And the comeback is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Will run the offense out onto the field. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the 2nd half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
On the return, it's Spears. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Coming after it. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
And I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Spears. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Fleming. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They run the reverse. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
That is a touchdown-saving tackle. Good individual effort defensively because that thing looked like it was 6, but he gets him down at the 1.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout.
A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. The option look. Touchdown, Tigers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. He'll call for the fair catch here. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.